So the system is simple. See, we got labels for all of our plants. Make them out of just about anything. Using um, popsicle sticks, broken half for these. But you can use plastic spoons, a big popsicle spoon, these type of plastic things, plastic cups. What this is made out of. So just about anything. Make sure you label it good though. And when you get over to your trays, mark the fronts of all your trays. That way when you go to plant your seeds, you start at the front, put your label, work your way across. If you get to a new one where you're going to start new seeds, that's where you start your label. And then when you go back through, you always know where the front is. And you'll know where your seed starts and where the new seed starts. So that's how we do ours. We will turn these around. That's why we label these fronts. Front, front, front. So we know where, because if we turn this around, we could get all screwed up. Not know where we planted what. All right. Now we've let these sit for a few days, and just to the point where, and I've been adding water to them, and you can see some are still drying out. But you got to get this up to 60 degrees, where your soil is up to 60 degrees and feels nice and warm, not cold. And a nice sunny day really helps, and we didn't have really good weather. But make sure you plant after your soil's 60 degrees and try to wait for a sunny day. Everything you do is going to help in the germination process. So try to make it perfect. This is where it counts, guys. All right, so we haven't really had any sprouts. A couple little things like this guy, which is good. I mean, it means things can grow in that. But we're not getting a lot of plants. Did have this thing come. We'll see. You want to try to start seeing condensation in these. They don't seal real good after a while, so we'll probably shrink wrap or put saran wrap around the outside of these, kind of seal everything in once we get them planted. We're going to make sure we start at the front.
What, cauliflowers all together in the broccoli's, the Brussels sprouts all together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start right here. Broccoli. Couple in there, kind of press them down. Go right in line. All right, got 4 bays of broccoli. A couple plants in each that we can separate if we need to. We need a little bit of
Soil,
soil.
so that's just what it is.
Brussels sprouts are next. Finger wet. There, I got 3. Put some off into the soil. Three more. Separate them in case I want to separate them. 3 more, 4 more. All right. Back in there. It says they're heirloom Brussels sprouts. I use the crease of my hand to let the seeds follow right back down into the out. Purple cauliflower. Ooh. Oh, this is pretty wet. Super wet. But the soil she's putting on top is not. I'm just going to drop these in here. That's enough.
This is
White cauliflower. Start right there. See how we do that? These go all the way across. These go to here and then start here. That's why you label the front. See each of these. Now, one thing we do with our old seeds after they get a few years old, we'll get starts. We'll take like our cauliflowers or broccolis or Brussels sprouts and we'll pour it all into one small container and make like a fodder out of it. All right, now we're going to do celery. All these are tiny little seeds. And these celery seeds are like dust in the wind. I just kind of sprinkle it. All right. Lettuce, head lettuce, iceberg lettuce. Another small seed, so small. But these are elongated. Again, we're just going to put a few in each spot. We only need 1 or 2. I'm going to do 8 of these. Maybe even more. Because I really want Want some head lettuce. Should get at least 12. Out of those. When you open your seeds, if it's a package, try to leave what's on there on there. If you have to cut it, do that. Since I do keep it pretty wet, I like to keep these up towards the top if possible. Alright, Black Beauty eggplant. Seeds per. We're going to try 4. And had a lot of luck with eggplant, so I'm going to plant a little more of those than I normally do. And then this year I'll have too many. But maybe better than none. This way I have some backup. And I don't care that this topsoil is a little granulated. It's going to make it easier for the plants to come up through. White Knight eggplant. This is what we saved. Seeds per. Definitely going to try 4 of those because these are seeds we saved. And last year was the first year growing White Knight. We didn't do real well. It stayed real small. Came back for us about 3 times, but still only got us a couple small little eggplant off of them. So hopefully this year they do a little better. You can see most of the soil that we put on is already starting to get moist, holding some of that moisture up to the seeds. And this is our first year growing green. Eggplants. They don't give you a lot of seed in there. Looks like I got 4 extra seeds. Other than the 2 I put in each bay. Alright, late Dutch cabbage. Which we'll move this out to the garden early and then we'll plant it again late. This says early Anna. That's gotta get changed. The early on cabbage we grew last year was okay, but these are also seeds that we saved from our late Dutch cabbage that we really like, that we turn into sauerkraut. These guys are like Siberian cabbage. They like the cold. I love growing this stuff. Alright, got a few cabbages in there.
What is this, late Dutch?
Late Dutch cabbage. And I can separate that. Sure. All right. That's that one. I'll gotta shrink wrap it. Move back up to the stand. Cilantro. Start at the front.
You're doing that in pots.
You want to do the cilantro in pots? No, that's for the herb rockets. We're going to move these to pots pretty quick. So we're going to start with here. We are going to do the herb rockets here at the end of this vlog that we picked up at the Dollar Tree. So if you don't want to watch us plant them and just want to see how they're doing later, you can do that. So we got the front down here, sticking in the tag, 1 cilantro, 2 cilantro, 3 cilantro, 4. And we'll put 1 in here, 1 in here, 1 in there, 1 in there. You could probably put 3 in a bay, but sage. In case we get a hog. I want to have sage. Plan is to get a cow and a hog. The cow we're going to raise for veal, and the hog we'll raise for pork. So we got all of our sage in there. We will process here. I got seeds. We will process all the meat ourselves. And that'll all be on this channel.
We got watermelons.
Onion, onion, onion. These are the onions that we saved. And it just says onion, so I'm not sure what kind it is. And to us, doesn't really matter. Onion. We use green onions. We use.
We make use of any onion.
Not seeing any seeds. Pods. These are all just empty seed pods.
Where's the seed one?
I don't know. Those are all just empty seed pods, so I'm not sure where the seeds are. Out in the garden. No, I pack them.
I'm thinking that we did.
Looks that way. All right, we'll have to find some other onion seeds. And I'm gonna skip this this right here for onions. I'm gonna move to here for watermelon. Do you see there other onions anywhere?
That's the only one we have. I mean, you want me to look through those, but I'm not sure about them.
These are the yellow watermelon. It says on my packaging, plant early. It's a long germination and a long maturity. So it's a good thing we're starting these. It's good to leave yourself little notes like that. I did plant those pointed side up. This next varieties are sangria type. Try to grow these every year, but they never do real great for us. Fairly small seed for a watermelon. They are a smaller type, pink flesh watermelon. Rather sweet. That stinks that the only onion seeds we got are all just pods. Where did all the little black seeds go that were in there? Must have put in something else. Because those pods all had little black seeds in them at some point. Sometimes from drying them out to moving them, that didn't happen. So whatever they were drying out in, they're probably still in or got thrown out. All the pods are what got kept. All right, these are Georgia rattlesnake. These are big old, almost looks like wood textured. seeds. So basically, we're starting our garden, but doing it inside, row by row by row. I left this open. Where's that onion tag at?
You took it. You got it in there.
It's right here?
Yep.
Okay. But this is not planted yet, so I'm just going to lay it in here. Why onion seeds? Probably. Alright, now we're going to plant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of these peanuts in here. I'm going to plant them shell and all, because when you break them open, oh, that's a watermelon. When you break them open, sometimes you can crack those peanut shell, or the peanuts themselves. Just gonna lay them sideways, that way they grow out both sides. So we're actually gonna have 8 peanuts there. These are long bays, so when I stick these in long ways like that, kind of push them off to the side because they're not big enough. So now we're at 20 peanuts, 22 peanuts, 24 peanuts, 26 peanuts, 28 peanuts, 30 peanuts, 32 peanuts, 34 peanuts, 36 peanuts, 38 peanuts. There's 40 peanuts, and we're going to plant these too, but we'll do it in a different pot. And we got to get onion seeds. All right, now next we'll be starting peppers, tomatoes, and I'll show you how we do the onion seeds. We wanted some onion starts for the garden, even though we are going to plant sets again. We wanted a few onion starts, so that's why we're going to plant onions and peppers and cucumbers, probably all that. No, cucumbers, corn, potatoes we'll plant on Good Friday. Snap peas we'll plant direct sow. But all of our peppers, our tomatoes, maybe a few other things we're still going to plant inside here. So stay tuned for that. Hit the like button if you like this. Subscribe to Scrappy Acres Homestead if you want to see how we do things around the homestead. Like I said, any type of food stuff and foraging we're going to put on here, along with our gardening and homesteading projects. So we're glad you're here. Hopefully this helped out somebody. If you have any suggestions for us, let us know in the comments below. We'll see you next time when we plant some more seeds. Alright, so we got to keep an eye on these so that some of the stuff that kinked in doesn't get in the way of what we planted. But we can still see down in there, everything's airtight. We're making use of some old stuff. Still have 2 more full trays with lids, and then we got these other 1, 2, 3, 5 that we can move these up here and use these lids to start new seeds. Can go buy some lids, or we can make some, but for right now this is enough. Alright, now we're going to do the herb rockets we got from the Dollar Tree. Stick around. Okay, so the two herb rockets that we got were dill and sweet basil. And the directions say, grow your own herbs, germinates in only days, provides nutritious food, no tools or lengthy prep work, hundreds of seeds. Place one herb rocket in loosened soil. Note that planting outdoors, place in loosened soil after the danger of frost. For maximum results, soil temp should be 60 degrees or higher. Basically what we just told you. Make sure soil is at top rim of herb. Rocket thoroughly soak with water and then water twice daily thereafter. Do not let it dry out as this will decrease the growth. Alright, so we're just going to put them in these, and let's see what this herb rocket really is. It looks like there's a bag with mesh, like, laundry lint, and they just rolled it up with the seeds in it. And this, you just plant right down into this soil, like that. Cover it with the soil. Make sure you got enough room that the water's not gonna flow over when you water it. And make yourself a label so you know what's what. Amy just tore off what this was. Dill here and basil here. Basil's the same way. Gonna make a little hole pocket. Take it out of the bag. Stick your laundry lint down into your soil. Cover it with dirt, water it. And when we come back to plant the rest of those seeds, I'll let you know how many days it's been. And we'll see where these guys are at. See if we've got any starch yet. Should have. So, herb rocket from the Dollar Tree. And they had thyme too. I wish they had a lot of different herbs, but these are the only two that we saw there that
We were
we could
hoping
use.
for oregano and cilantro.
Our oregano is done, yeah, and our cilantro. We trimmed back our oregano a little bit too far, so didn't have enough green to keep growing, and it died off. But we're gonna start our oregano again, or we may buy plants and try to keep it going like we did last year. So got this dill and sweet basil started. Herb rocket, Dollar Tree special.